And welcome back here to Versus Live by StarCityGames.com. I'm Ross Merriam. It's Todd Anderson. We got Taylor over in the booth taking questions and concerns and hopefully some burns. And we are continuing.
I'm pretty sure they're saying boo earns, right?
I'm saying boo earns.
Are you saying boo or boo earns? Oof. Man after my own heart. Okay. We're not here.
You know, railroaded. Sorry.
From,
Let's. Can we cut and start over?
No.
Oh, right. It's live.
Yeah, that's how it
Versus
works.
live now. All right. So what are we playing for our second match?
We are playing my favorite deck in Modern, Izzet Phoenix. Get some new updates.
Great.
I think the cheap Planeswalkers can be really good additions to the sideboard. And I've got one copy of Finale of Promise in the main as a really good, top deck to dig for in the late game. Can return Phoenix all by itself against decks that are really heavy on discard. Other than that, probably a pretty stock list. I have eschewed the surgical extractions from the main. They are back in the sideboard. We got some gut shots in the deck, which should help out in this matchup.
Oh, yeah. I like gut shot a lot.
And I think the metagame has just shifted back to where we should be playing a more standardized list. Main deck surgical extraction was sort of a function of how popular Izzet Phoenix became for a while there, along with Dredge still being a big player in the format. But now with Tron, with humans, and with Azorius control all near the top, particularly humans, I think there's such a need for gut shot in that matchup because Thalia is so impactful, and they can get ahead with Champion of the Parish. All these things. Gut shot is just one of the best cards you can possibly play for the matchup. Sometimes it helps you upgrade your removal too. Your Lightning Bolt could deal with a 4 toughness creature. You don't mind 2-for-1ing yourself because you're just getting so far ahead on tempo. You just need to deal with the big creature. I'm back on the gut shot train.
All right. Just want to say one thing. You knew I was playing this deck today, didn't you? Bunch of 1 toughness creatures. You just got surgical extraction right out of the deck. Put in a bunch of good shots. Do you want the marbles that bad? Is that what matters to you more than your integrity?
I wrote this deck list in an article that went up on Tuesday.
I know, because I couldn't get it.
We submitted deck lists for this on Wednesday.
Yeah, but you knew about this deck, and you knew I'd pick it, and then you pitted them against each other.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah. I think this matchup's interesting.
Sure.
Gutshot doesn't deal with Devoted Druid. Matchup's pretty favorable for the Phoenix side, historically, but you are playing a version of this deck that has a ramp creature that doesn't get gutshotted in Utopia Sprawl. It's not a creature. You have a bigger plan B than most of these decks. You have this big toolbox with Finale. You have a toolbox with Karn.
Yeah.
So you can play a more powerful game plan into the late game. You're not just dependent on comboing. And I wanted to see, if this is a version of this deck that could compete.
I was just giving you a hard time, man.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to be playing this mono green. What are we calling it? Finale? Counters Finale?
Ramp. That's
Mono
what
green ramp?
Cedric told it.
That's what I posted. And Ross called it Finale Counters Company or something, or Counters Finale.
I don't.
Counters
I
Finale.
hate the counters name for these decks. I think it makes no sense. We should just be calling them Druid Combo. It is a Druid combo deck, but it also is using the really powerful Utopia Sprawl Arbor Elf engine that we've seen in Mono Green Devotion decks, in Gruul Land Destruction decks in Modern before. Super powerful engine. You can get to 4 mana on turn 2. Notably, that casts both Finale to tutor for Devoted Druid, so it gives you more ways to Devoted Druid on turn 2, and it casts Karn the Great Creator. So you've got 2 great 4-drops to cast off of it, and really get far ahead. And then the very next turn, you can play a 5-mana artifact off that Karn. If you have another Utopia Sprawl, you can get to 6 for the Mycosynth Lattice, shut your opponent down real early, or do whatever else with the mana. Also, notably, Karn finds Walking Ballista, which is a way to kill them once you've executed the combo with the Druid and Vizier.
I love that Karn just functions both as your way to kill your opponent once you've achieved infinite mana, as well as this really complex toolbox of things that really hammer your opponent based on whatever matchup they're playing. Like
your dual fist and toolboxes here.
Right.
This is a professional handyman.
Okay.
2 toolboxes.
Yeah, can we play? You're up first. Let's go.
I lost the last
Let's
match.
go. Oh, my hand. It was upside down.
Is your hand good?
It was upside down.
That's not good. It's hard to read. It's a good start.
I'm going to keep.
That's pretty good.
What?
My hand is good.
Let's go.
Normally, you do not faithless looting this early, but I have 2 Phoenixes, so let's do that. You can go.
All right. I'm gonna cast a Devote Druid on turn 1, and hope you don't have a bolt.
I am going to crack this turn. I'm going to get a Steam Vents.
This makes
Go
it
to
a
17.
little harder for him to cast Thing in the Ice this turn, but he will probably still be able to get back the 2 Arclight Phoenixes. And hopefully doesn't kill my Devote Druid, but probably will, because he had a Mountain on turn 1.
Okay. I'm at 17.
Yeah.
We're going to start this turn with the Serum Visions and hopefully draw a Gut Shot.
You already have a 1 Gut Shot, and you need a double Gut Shot of the Devoted Druid.
Okay, well, I guess we're going to go 1 on top, 1 on bottom, and then I will Flame Slash the Devoted Druid. Pass the turn. Always good to get the sorcery out of the way. Go. Scavenging Ooze, eh?
Yep.
Okay, I will play Sleight of Hand. This is a new change. I'm playing Sleight of Hand over Opt to help out the finale. Even though there's only 1 finale, the difference between these 2 cards is really marginal. I think that's enough to sway it.
Mm-hmm. Well, on top of that, Sleight of Hand also gets around the new Narset, whereas Opt, you can't really main phase it.
Yes, that is another variable. Let's take our 3rd land, and let's Lightning Axe the Ooze, discarding a Phoenix. And then I'll hardcast a Gut Shot on you. You go to 19, and then we'll return 3 Phoenixes and attack you for 9.
Great.
Right, you're at 10.
Thanks, I hate
Yeah,
it.
nice.
You can go.
Nice deck, I guess. Thanks for pitting me up against this.
This is, I think, the best draw I've had with Izzet Phoenix in about 3 months.
He pretty much had the nuts.
Green. I will... Oh, maybe I
Alley
don't
for
do that
1.
until next turn. See what I can get.
You would think turn 1 Devoted Druid, turn 2 Scavenging Ooze. Good start. But, wow.
It is a good start.
Yeah.
You just had a great start.
Actually, I need to name white on this. I think I need to naturally draw Vizier next turn. I don't even know if that does anything. Whatever, you win.
Okay, I do have a bolt to kill you next turn. But
Cool.
So you did win.
All right, let's play another game. I'm on play. Play one more pre-board, and
Yeah.
then move
Yeah,
to...
that was really fun.
that was... I cannot remember the last time I've returned 3 Arclight Phoenixes. At least that early in the game.
Yelling at you, Ross, saying save these draws for Pittsburgh.
Hey, I got 2 more tournaments to get through before Pittsburgh. I can't save them all for that long, Tannen.
Yeah, that's really selfish of Tannen, actually. There's like SEG Con and, Louisville. Come on. Just, what kind of teammates are you teaming with?
The best. Sure.
All right. Top 7 cards here. We got 2 Devoted Druids. We're on the play. I'm going to keep this hand.
It's a lot of Devoted Druids.
Yep. Let's hope that they survive, which they never do or will. It's really fun and interesting. Magic the Gathering.
I want to see a game where you get into the Karn part of the deck.
Well, don't kill my Devoted Druids and you will.
If I don't kill your Devoted Druids, then the game just ends. I will keep this hand.
Well, it's funny you say that because when you do kill them, it also ends. I need a more one-drop acceleration.
Tanner retracts his statement. He's sorry for being so selfish.
Let's crack this fetch, go to 17 again.
Sure.
Get a Steam Vents. And cast a Sleight of Hand.
Okie dokie.
Want to cut? And so I'm going to have... I'm going to need this one. Graveyard that.
Your turn. I'm operating at sorcery speed.
So I have a bit of a pickle. In that the only way I have to answer this Devoted Druid right now is not a great one.
Let's see it. I'm guessing Thoughtscour Set Adrift.
But I think if I just play Thing in the Ice this turn, I die.
Not quite yet, but probably in general. Yes.
I could take that risk, and if Todd doesn't kill me next turn, if I untap with the Thing, I think he's dead. Because my hand is great.
Okay.
But there's a lot of things I could find to just be in much better shape, and I'm going to see a lot of cards in doing it. So I think I just go for the Manamorphos. I will make blue. Or no, I have to make blue-red on this one. Yeah, blue-red.
Okay.
That is not a good draw here, given that what I have to do. This one will make blue.
Well, that's good news for me. Means Devoted Druid probably not dying.
Then I will sleight of hand.
Okay.
Blue floating. Ugh. I guess we'll take the cantrip.
I see why people don't like playing against Izzet Phoenix now.
And then I'll set adrift the Devoted Druid.
Okay, just on top, right?
Yep, you can go.
I actually, since I have no Devoted Druid in hand and he set adrifted instead, I'm just going to put 2 counters on it and let it go to the graveyard.
Okay.
Because I kind of want to draw something else since we already have one. Your turn.
That was great. Thing in the ice. Bolt Druid.
Of course. Okay.
Take a counter.
Well, I'll play a Karn. I'm going to minus it, and I'm going to get... I think I'm going to get Ensnaring Bridges. Buys me a lot of time. And he's probably going to transform Thinking Ice next turn. And nothing else on my sideboard really deals with it other than Ratchet Bomb, but that just takes too long. So let's just get Bridge as I go.
That's not good. Serum Visions, trigger thing.
Mm-hmm.
One on top, one on bottom. Thought Scour U, trigger thing. Serum Visions, trigger thing. Just really need to get this Karn off the battlefield.
Mm-hmm.
So, make a 7/8. And let's leave that on top. Bottom the land we don't need and attack the Karn down. Pass the turn.
Go.
Yep, this is going to be a weird game.
Yeah. I mean, you have the Set Adrift already gone, right?
Yep.
So you just have to kill me Pyromancer Ascension?
We got a finale.
Okay. Fair enough.
Definitely play the Ascension. Thought Scour myself, get a counter on it.
Okay.
And pass the turn.
All right, cast Acidic Slime. Target Pyromancer Ascension. Your turn.
End step, crack this fetch. Get a Steam Vents, so I'm at 19. So we have 19 to 20.
Yep.
Okay, cards in hand.
3.
Dana brings a good question for Ross. Do we need to start playing in a Braid main, and is it now that Karn will be everywhere?
Maybe. It's not that good against a lot of decks, but yeah, this bridge is definitely giving me some trouble here. Normally you have the one Set Adrift, but I was forced to use that early. Maybe you just want a second of those kinds of cards. So, let's flashback this looting.
Sure.
Discard 2 Phoenixes.
Sure.
Play a Serum Visions.
Yep.
One top, one bottom. So we're going to eventually need to finale, I think, for 6. So we need to make land drops, which means we'll play this one. And then Flame Slash that, return the 2 Phoenixes, and get in for 6.
14.
This gives us the option now, once we get some damage in, of potentially killing Todd with bolts and the last remaining Ascension.
All right. Play Devoted Druid.
Ugh.
Play Walk Bliss on 1.
Yep. You have 2 cards in hand now?
Yep. I just wanted to get cards out of my hand so that he couldn't hit me with the Phoenixes.
Todd, what are you at? Did you say?
I'm at 14.
14?
Ross is at 18.
Fetched to 18, yeah. I used the Flame Slash a little aggressively there, thinking that we had already dealt with 2 Devoted Druids. Now, I'm under the gun again. Okay, so we need to find an answer to that Druid, so let's start with the Visions.
Okay. Am I an idiot? How did you gain life? I've just missed something, I think.
Did I ever take damage?
You fetched shock to 17 on turn 1.
Oh, yeah, I missed that. So I should be at probably 15. Did we just miss it entirely?
I mean, I wrote it down, and then at some point you said 19, and I just changed it to
Yeah.
19 without saying anything.
I've fetched 3 times and I was shocked once, so I'm at 15.
All right. I don't think
Sure.
it matters. I don't attack you to death very much. Killing you at mostly, I go with infinite speed.
We'll just say you have been killed to death.
That's not going to work. I guess we can. I'm wondering, like, is Todd going to be able to find Vizier and kill me? Exposing that ballista. I guess he wanted to do that to get stop the phoenixes from attacking.
Yeah.
But I could just deal with the ballista and hope you don't have both pieces. Which I kind of like, because I don't think I'm finding an answer to this Devoted Druid this turn. So we're going to bottom both of those.
All right.
Going to cast a Faithless Looting.
Okay.
Discard these 2 cards. Then play an Ascension. So that's a card that can actually win the game.
Mm-hmm.
And pay red and gut shot this Ballista.
Deal 1 to you.
I do not have the other gut shot, so I'm at 14.
Okay.
Pass the turn. Am I dead?
You are dead.
Have them both?
I do. Oh, no!
Oh no!
I drew the Vizier. Are you kidding me? There's only 1 Vizier, right?
Yep.
And I have no white mana in my deck other than Utopia Sprawl?
Pretty sure there's only 1 Vizier.
Yeah, there is only one.
All right.
The reverse 1-outer.
Well, I'm still fine. You just can't attack me and you have no cards in hand. Gonna put this on top of your deck and search my library for a creature. I'm gonna get Eternal Witness, I think, and then I can get back Utopia Sprawl, and then Sprawl for white.
Okay, we got there. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, there are things.
There are things.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Whatever. Your turn.
Okay.
So he has Faithless Looting, right, in the graveyard
Yep.
still. So
Let's cast it.
okay.
Blue-red.
Sure.
Blue float.
Okay.
Attack for 6.
All right, I have 3 cards in hand. Crap. All right,
You're at 8.
at 8.
Pass the turn.
Draw, land, Witness back Utopia Sprawl for white, white cast Vizier, your turn.
Pass the turn.
X equals 2, I think. So I can get, maybe I do 3. I don't actually, I'm not 100% on all the tutor targets. Like I can get Tracker and try to get some more, can also just get the Devoted out of the graveyard and get infinite mana, but I have nothing to do with it now. I guess I have a lot of things, so yeah, let's just get the one from the graveyard. All right, your turn.
Anamorphose. Sure. And blue-red. Red floating.
Yep.
Crackling Drake. Draw a card.
Sure. Thought scour me. Thought scour me.
Do what
Myself.
you want.
Okay. Is there a reason why you thought scour yourself there? So don't you just lose if you hit your finale? And your graveyard is infinite? And my graveyard doesn't matter except for the one witness that I've already played?
It doesn't change my ability to hit finale.
If you put finale in the graveyard, off the top, you lose.
Yeah, but I could just dig myself further to it.
That's not... okay, whatever.
Technically, math that works.
I mean,
but
I'm pretty sure that
You're up.
you have like a 2 out of 25 chance to lose the game if you target yourself. All right, make infinite mana.
Yep.
Cast a Noble Heart. Your turn.
Sir, you can't say infinite. You have to pick a
Okay,
number.
make 1 mana.
What? Sir,
Oh.
what's your definition of infinite?
So I have.
You have no more lands in your deck, and you drew the finale, and you can't set Adrift because you have no more lands in your deck.
I definitely have more canals. I have the 8th land hand. It's just a delta, and this list still has 2 Steam Vents and a Sulfur Falls, correct?
Yep.
I know the mountain's on the bottom of my library. That's what I get with the Tarn.
Okay.
I've already gotten both Steam Vents. The island is in the graveyard.
Yep.
So I can't cast this finale. I'll just pass the turn.
All right. I'll make 1 mana.
Yep.
Play a Noble Heart.
Sure.
Your turn.
Gotcha the Vizier.
It's dead.
Pass the turn.
This is a weird game as predicted.
Go.
Thing in the ice.
Yep.
You can go.
I probably should have held one of those lands. Your turn.
Bowl the Tracker.
It's dead.
You can go.
Karn. Go. Now the tracker's dead. I'm just going to keep playing my lands.
Spirewolf Canal. You're up.
All right.
1 turn.
Karn, the Great Creator. Why? Why do I just draw a bunch of lands and 1 mana creatures? Are you kidding me? I drew the Vizier at the wrong moment. I'm not... Oh, yeah, you have the Crackling
So for
Drake.
plebs like
Yeah,
me,
ever.
how do you
Also,
win
like-
here, Ross?
So I'm going to crack this for a mountain.
Go. So infuriating.
And draw for turn. And then make 8 mana. Finale X equals 6, targeting the Set Adrift and a Lightning Bolt. Lightning Bolt Todd, Set Adrift, the Ensnaring Bridge. This will go to 1 because I've cast 3 spells. And then I can freely attack my creatures, and the Arclight Phoenixes will get, and the Drake, Drake straight.
All right, cool.
We'll get in for lethal.
Cool. I'm mad.
Yeah, that was a rather unfortunate game from Todd's side.
Just everything that went wrong at all times went wrong.
The actual reverse one-outer.
Yeah.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say playing 19 snow-covered forests and 1 scrying sheets is worse than, having fetch lands in your tireless tracker deck and having an actual white source. Just a thought.
Yeah, I'm very mad. All right, we're going to do sideboards real quick. If you have any questions about new cards or the decks we are playing today, make sure to add SCG Tour in the chat. Taylor's going to be picking a few, but we're going to take just a couple minutes here while we get sideboards put together. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. All right, so one of the weird things about having a toolbox sideboard is that your sideboard is a bunch of one-ofs that may or may not be actively good in a lot of matchups. Plus, you have to decide between bringing in things that are good in a matchup versus leaving them in there for your Karn the Great Creator to actually go and get. We're kind of bridging the gap. I think Damning Sphere as a natural draw is pretty good on turn 2, but it's pretty bad if I'm casting on like turn 4 or 5 after I've played a Karn and minus, so I'm bringing those in. The same with Sword of Fire and Ice. I think there's a chance that, and if Ross doesn't draw a thing in the ice, Sword of Fire and Ice can actually just kill him, which I am pretty excited to try. But the deck is so consistent at putting Phoenixes into the graveyard early and attacking over the air that Sword is never going to be good defensively, neither killing the Phoenixes nor keeping him from attacking me with them, basically. So I'm not sure this card actually should be coming in, but I do know the Simian Spirit Guide is mostly for matchups that are other combo decks. You just need to be a little bit faster. You need to turn 1 the Devoted Druid, turn 2 the Finale to go get Vizier, make infinite mana. In this matchup, if I ever use Simian Spirit Guide to cast a creature, that creature is just going to die more than likely to a Lightning Bolt. So I need to be more resilient and just naturally draw my lands.
Yeah, definitely makes sense to cut the Spirit Guide here.
Now, one card that is good out of the sideboard that I am going to leave in the sideboard for the Karn is that Ensnaring Bridge. I have more virtual copies in the sideboard with the Karn to go get, so I'm just going to have that there. The Thrun is not really for this matchup. Much like Sword of Fire and Ice, it's maybe not good, but I don't know. Maybe I should leave in the Thrun just to have a big thing that attacks you that I can go get.
You would rather get like Tireless Tracker, right?
Or Scavenging Ooze, probably.
Yeah, there's way better ones for this matchup. On my side, we just have a couple sweepers. Engineered Explosives awkward against Karn, but is our only way to take in an Ensnaring Bridge off the battlefield. So I still think an important card to bring in. We should be able to attack Karn down pretty effectively unless Todd is able to cast it and the bridge on the same turn. In which case, we're going to need to find our Set Adrift. So
yeah, GG's.
Or Wound with Pyromancer Ascension. We've got our one Anger of the Gods, another great sweeper here. I'm cutting one Crackling Drake, a huge liability against Bridge. And usually in removal light matchups, you can trim on threats. So like Todd's not going to kill my Thing in the Ice. He's not going to kill my Arclight Phoenixes. Look, they'll do enough work dealing damage. So I'll just trim one Drake and one Thought Scour. This is a matchup where you could expect something like Damping Sphere or even Thalia.
Should I bring in Tormod's Crypt against you?
No.
I don't like it, but it does just stall Phoenixes, which might be enough to just buy me more time.
Nah.
Is that a nah, you really want the marbles, or a nah?
No, it is not good. Okay. I am actively happy when people bring in cards like that.
All right,
Fair.
first question. Ice Fang Coddle. You guys seen that
Yeah.
card?
Yep.
New Baleful Strix or garbage?
I mean, certainly not Baleful Strix. The card, it's going to be really difficult for that card to have Death Touch. 3 other snow permanents.
Just have a bunch of snow basics.
So you're playing a 2-color deck with...
Well, you can play 3-color deck, just fetches out basics. You could be like a Teamer Blood Moon deck. Just have a bunch of snow-covered basics. It's not good in that regard. I'm just saying, I don't know. I gotta see more snow cards. I gotta see some more competitive snow cards. But
Yeah.
at the very worst, it's way more like a new Elvish Visionary than it is a Baleful Strix, because it still draws a card no matter what. The only upside is that it gets Death Touch if you have the 3 snow permanents. So
At that point, it's probably worse than Coiling Oracle. I don't think the flash on it is super relevant unless you're ambushing something with Death Touch.
that's
So
fair.
you really need to be consistently making Death Touch for that card to be good.
It's true.
All right, I'll be on the play, and I'm gonna keep my hand.
I will keep as well.
All right, Sprawl, and I'm gonna name White, just in case I draw my Vizier.
Okay, I will play a Scalding Tarn. We can get an island here pretty safely. I'm at 19. And I'm going to play a Serum Visions.
All right.
Ross, how good is Beacon Bolt in Izzet Phoenix? Is 3 mana too much for this deck?
I've played it before.
Yeah, it is. So it's good for 2 reasons. It's quite good in the mirror, where the games go along and you need to be able to deal with Thing in the Ice, sometimes an Awoken Horror, and then Crackling Drake later on. And turning one of your dead lands into a removal spell is great. Mm-hmm. And it's also a very good removal spell against Death Shadow, where they can't Thoughtseize it out of your hand. Mm-hmm. So it functions well enough to take its 1 slot. I am going to... I think I have to bottom both of these.
Okay.
And pass the turn.
Hey,
Because we
Ross,
need-
remember when you played a Stony Silence last match and ruined the game?
Yeah.
It's a green-white. Name green on this one.
Yeah, so 3 mana.
1 floating. Your turn. It's not as good, but your deck don't function no more like it's supposed to.
Thing in the Ice.
Sure.
Pass the turn.
Land. Okay. Finale for 2. Go get Devoted Druid, I think. I'm going to definitely Finale for 2. Let's double check and make sure there's no random other thing I want to get instead. Scavenging Ooze don't really do much. We just need a little more mana. He's probably going to kill it, but, whatever.
Well, I was trying to play around Devoted Druid last turn by putting that land on the bottom, and now I really need it.
I don't need it. I need it.
3 in hand.
Mm-hmm.
Let's Manamorphose. Make blue-red.
Okay.
Play this land. Sleight of hand, red floating. Oh, this isn't going to work because I made.
No, it's not.
Okay, so what do I? So now I have to hold this land.
Oh, wrong
Yeah,
way.
yeah, yeah.
So you have blue-red floating.
Yeah, blue-red. Now, so I have to looting into red source bolt.
That costs 2, so you go to 0
Yeah, so
floating.
no mana. So red
And
source
then-
bolt, I bolt on your turn.
Bolt on my turn. Sure,
Yeah,
sure.
because you don't have cord, you have a sorcery.
Sure. That's fine, dude. Chill.
That's a red source.
Okay.
Indeed.
Oh, it's so close. That's going to be really awkward next turn, but let's discard Phoenix thing in the ice.
Okay.
Actually, we got to discard this finale. Let's keep the thing.
Okay.
Finale's so bad against D-Sphere.
Okay. My go?
Yes. Am I dead?
Yes, you're dead. Unless, even if you have a gut shot, you're dead. Whatever. Okay. 4, go get Vizier.
This time he means it, chat.
Yeah, this time I have it in my deck. Therefore,
My
Are you
deck.
killing me?
all right, let's make green untap.
Yeah. Bajillion green mana. Your loop
You
is
pick a
demonstrated.
number.
How many times are you doing it?
Skrillex, could you pick a number?
Did you just call me Skrillex?
Okay,
Wow.
you just
yeah,
have.
you're
I just have the ballista, but I wanted to blow up your land first and then kill you with a ballista, a million damage. I'm going to kill this and hit you for 20,000, whatever. You're
All
dead.
right, sounds good.
If I had kept the other land there and left myself vulnerable to a Vizier the previous turn, I could have angered that one away. And at that point, I would have been in pretty good shape, I think. I would need to find a removal spell for the slime to start getting in with the 7/8. I guess you had another finale rather than actual Vizier, so you can just find another good creature to contend.
Yeah, I was gonna play the
Tracker.
acidic slime there if you killed my Vizier, and then I was just gonna blow up a land, and then if you transform your thing in the ice, then I get to replay it and kill another land. Hell yeah! All right, well,
I actually found the engineered explosives. I was going to have to EE for 2 and kill my own thing,
Quick,
which is awkward.
I got one quick question for
Hit
you
me.
guys. Well, actually for Ross, sorry.
damn it!
You can weigh in.
Nah.
Hey, Ross, do you think Phoenix will play the new blue-red Horizon land?
Yes.
And if so, what are you thinking of swapping?
So my plan is to cut the Sulphur Falls and then to play at least one, and then I'll consider the second copy. This hand is strange.
My deck doesn't have a Dryad Arbor in it, huh?
No.
That's silly. Just finale for a Dryad Arbor for 2 mana. It's like Rampant Growth if you want. Oh well.
That was not in the list provided.
No, I know. Look, initial lists often potentially deck building errors and things that you need to just fix over time. Are you keeping your hand?
This hand seems like it's going to be fun, so I'm going to keep it.
All right, my hand is not fun. I'm just gonna get bolted and then do nothing. That's the
We'll
plan.
fetch to 17.
But if I had a Dryad Arbor, my finale could have become a Dryad Arbor, but instead it's going to be a dead card.
Why do you have to be mad?
I'm not mad. You're mad. I am mad. I'm always mad. That's my secret.
I
So
am a
that's
mad
your
scientist.
brand. Okay, I'm at 17.
Yeah.
I'm going to start on a Faithless Looting.
Cool. Double gut shot me, bring back 2 Phoenix.
I will discard Arclight Phoenix Finale, I promise.
All right.
Pass the turn.
I will play an Arbor Elf. Here go.
Crack Tarn for a Mountain and play an Ascension.
Okay.
You can go. I'm at 16.
Well, I have a feeling Ross is going to do some really gross stuff here, so I'm just going to do this. And go ahead and eat. So does this check on resolution as well? So if you get a trigger and I eat a Faithless Looting, do you still get the counter?
No, it doesn't have an intervening if. If it's there, it'll trigger. You would have to exile a spell now.
Yeah, okay. All right. I'll just say go. Or I don't know if there's like 2 damage spells, so whatever. I'm just going to eat your Phoenix. 21. Here we go.
Looting, got a counter.
Yeah. This could be really bad. Discard another looting.
Looting, get a counter. Drew them all.
That's all 4 lootings.
There's no looting to be had.
Just gonna bolt both my things.
Not quite. Fetch, go to...
Double set adrift.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
Get an island.
Actual way worse.
Yeah. And I'll make it so the Arbor Elf is on top.
Okay.
So the original. We'll target the elf.
All right. I'm gonna play Devoted Druid. Here you go.
Okay, we've left ourselves with one card here, but it's a Manamorphose, so which is the best
pretty
card
good.
with Ascension.
Yeah, it's basically combo wombos.
So we've got to exile these. We got to exile 5. Oh, that's a perfect 5.
Okay. You're go.
Okay, we'll see what our Ascension can do. That's a weird one. Manamorphose.
Blue, red, red.
Yeah, blue, red, red. At least, yeah. Blue, red floating. First one will make blue, reds. We still have blue, red, red. Original will make blue, red as well. So 3 and 3 of each.
Yeah, we got 6 floating. 3 floating.
Float blue, red.
Yep. So
First one. Second one.
that should have 4 counters on it.
Wow. Got shot this twice.
Okay.
Pass the turn.
What? Huh?
We didn't draw a lot of blue cards.
Your turn. Well, you still have Faithless Lootings in there, right? Why don't you just flashback a Faithless Looting?
Because my hand was good.
Didn't you have a... Oh,
I had the mana to do it, but there was no real reason to.
okay. I'm never going to get to untap with a mana creature ever again, so... Unless I get real lucky on this turn. And I don't know. I feel like you should have looted 4 just to try to hit Phoenix at that point, because you need to just, like, close the game. But
Yeah, well, we hit it this time. Second looting.
yeah, but you've only cast 1 spell, so it's
I
gonna be a
know.
lot harder.
This is so awkward.
I feel real bad for you right now. That's why I am right now. I feel real
I'm not
bad.
super scared of this Arbor Elf right now because there's no sprawl. It's just 3 mana.
Yep.
So I think I'll just pitch these and... Oh, no, you have the Ooze. That's it.
Yeah.
So I actually have to... Okay, I guess I will bolt the elf in you.
Okay.
You go to 18.
Yep.
You can go.
Land. Hey. Eat your Phoenix, I guess.
You're 19. Okay.
Maybe I should just eat your friggin'...
Looting?
How many lootings you got left? Do you only have 1 left?
I think I have 2 in here. Yeah, I have 2.
Okay, whatever then.
Yeah, sleight of hand, dude. Do I want the second Ascension? I don't think so.
No, I think you should deck yourself with a second Ascension.
Serum Visions.
Did you resolve the second sleight of hand?
No.
Okay.
Let's take that one.
Okay. Now Serum Vision.
Now we'll Serum Visions.
Twice.
Okay. Leave both of those. And that one seems unnecessary.
Are you resolving a sleight of hand right now? I don't know what's happening
I
anymore.
was resolving 2
Okay.
visions. We're good. Okay, Bolt oozing you. You're 16. You can go.
All right. Let's go finale for 2.
Yep. I may have just thrown this game
Actually, I'm
away.
just going to get Devoted Druid. Your turn. Keep the density of Devoted Druids high.
Might be dying.
The density of devoted druids is too
If I win
dead.
this game,
Yeah, I'm certain I have not played this game very well. Actually, because we have the copies, no, we should sell Visions first. So Visions, we have 2 of them. First one. Second one. exactly do it.
Great. Kill me.
Wait. And we found it off the second one. No! Ugh. This is...
Ross is falling apart.
Yeah.
You guys shouldn't have tried to thing in the ice.
Yeah.
Well, now we just need to find a land off the second land or removal spell off the second slight. So keep this Manamorphose. Okay. Well, that will
Tilt.
at least stall for one more turn. The slight brings us to 2. And then we can bolt this in upstairs. You go to 13 and bring that to 1. And there's no Phoenixes in here, right? Yeah.
No.
And you can go.
All right.
Or I have to play a land. Yeah.
Pretty sure you already played a land.
Land, yeah. No, because I played the canal last turn. And then I played...
Okay. Sure, man. I will play another Devote Druid, I guess. Yeah. I don't know what you want from me, man.
Yeah.
That's all my deck does. You successfully won a game where you had Pyromancer Ascension on the battlefield for 7 turns.
Manamorphose.
Great.
First one will make blue-red.
Thanks, I hate it.
Yeah.
Second one will make blue-blue. Blue-blue-red floating. Keep that on top. Resolve the other one. Draw it. Bottom those. And Thought Scour you.
Great.
Blue-red floating. And then do it again. And so I have blue-red still.
What's really funny to me is that if I had drawn 5th mana forever, I had just Primal Command for the Pyromancer Ascension, and I just can't do nothing.
Flashback looting.
Cool.
I am not going to copy it.
I mean, if you just find 2 Phoenixes, I die. I feel like you should just copy it.
Nope. You're dead anyway.
Great.
Attack you for 10.
Sure.
Bully you twice.
Ooh. Excellent. Yay.
That took longer than I expected, but
I agree.
I was like, oh, start a little. Well,
A turn ago, you said you punted the game away.
He probably did.
well,
I mean,
it was awkward because like I brought myself down just to the Manamorphose, and the Manamorphose left me on a turn with bolt, flame slash, and gut shot. After drawing a bunch of cards, and I was like, well, I don't want to like loot away all this removal.
Yeah.
But then you were just playing your creatures one at a time, so I wasn't able to kill 2 of them ever.
see, it wasn't. I didn't. That's not like I'm super smart and was doing it that way.
Yeah.
I just had.
You're just
only
stuck on
one.
lands.
I couldn't play more than one spell.
I probably should have just gone harder because I'm just going to win in time rather than try to like play this
you
weird long
played
game.
it fine. I mean, in this matchup in particular, you're not under any real duress because all my creatures have summoning sickness. Or
Yeah.
whatever. So like,
You know.
the only thing you should be afraid of is a Primal Command or an acidic slime on your Pyromancer Ascension. And if you keep me off 5 mana, that's all you really need to do.
I ended up in a weird spot where like you played Devoted Druid and I was out of removal because I had killed everything else. Maybe I probably should have just not worried about losing the Phoenix or just not realized that you had Ooze and not pitched it. But at that point, I was just thinking about maximizing my own stuff to try to end the game because that's what Pyromancer Ascension does. But
I want to see what this deck does against a not 25 Lightning Bolt deck.
yeah, very clear that it not enough. Just Devoted Druid against Lightning Bolt is not.
Mana creatures are just traditionally embarrassing against Gutshot, and this deck is very reliant on mana creatures in general.
Yeah.
I don't know. The deck feels interesting, but is it better than just like the red-green Ponza deck that everyone's already playing with like, the land destruction cards? Maybe not. I like the fact that it's mono green, so you don't deal yourself a lot of damage, but I also hate the fact that I don't have at least one way to get a white land to cast my drawn Vizier of Remedies, and I have no way to discard it to put in the graveyard for finale if I just draw it.
Yeah.
Just a lot of little weird things that can be fixed with just a little bit of tweaking. I didn't really draw Karn the Great Creator ever, just the one time where I got the bridge and then immediately died.
The Karn immediately died, but like it was very good there. It would have won the game in like 99% of the time. You hit the reverse one outer.
Yeah, that was bad, but it happens. What else? Izzet Phoenix looks good. I think Set Adrift might actually be worse when you're playing Finale Promise in your deck, though. That was one thing that I was pretty cognizant of when I was deck building, is that you want most of those types of cards. It's kind of like playing Radical Idea in Standard. Like, you kind of maybe need to, but it doesn't have that functionality with this really powerful new card. But at the same time, it's only a one of, so it shouldn't hurt you that much.
Yeah, I think it's just so much better than a card like Echoing Truth that I'd rather play it. I think what it shows me is that I just need a braid. I need an abrade somewhere.
I like two braid.
I've had two for a while. I haven't been
with the return of humans. Like the MPL, there was a lot of modern play and a lot of people playing humans, and I think that or was it MPL? No, that was the Magic Online Championship. Excuse me. But yeah, humans was everywhere, and a braid was mostly in the sideboard for that matchup because it was so good against either Vile or the hate bears, like the meddling mages and stuff. So I don't know. I think that braid should probably come back in the board for sure.
Yeah, work its way back in. I guess I did catch a finale in the game with Set Adrift.
That's almost exactly what happened in when we were testing out Finale Promise originally in the Izzet Phoenix deck that I built a couple months ago. Whenever War of the Sparkles game previewed and stuff, and I had the one card in my graveyard that I could get out of a situation with, and eventually I just I forgot exactly what happened, but I was literally digging for a Finale Promise for forever and missed, and that was unfortunate. But
yeah. So didn't really get to see that card shine, nor the Planeswalkers really. This was just a typical, Izzet matchup where I'm just doing my thing.
The card getting the bridge that gave this type of a deck a new angle, and I do like that.
Yeah.
And as a card that functions like a kill spell, and a card that has a huge payoff when you have a bunch of mana, I quite like it. So,
and it's not a card that you expect out of a green creature deck.
Right.
Normally, Bridge is good against them, but your win condition is Walking Ballista, so you win outside of combat once you combo, and it is a really nice way to just stall the game out and say, eventually I'll figure it out. I'll assemble it.
Yeah, I'm curious if there's a build of this deck actually that plays a lot of the kind of the hate artifacts, like a lot of Trinispheres and a lot of Ensnaring Bridges, and you just win with Karn, kind of like a green prison deck. But you also just have the sheer speed that you need to compete in Modern with the Devoted Druid Vizier combo. So that sounds kind of interesting, but I don't know.
Yeah, hard to fit all those pieces, but maybe you can cut down on the toolbox a little bit.
Yeah. I don't know. Okay, well, that is match 2 in the books. We got one
tied
more.
Up.
One more match.
Can you grab the marbles? Because this next one's for the marbles, man.
Oh, we're gonna grab them. We're gonna wait for the next one though. Anyway, we're gonna have one more match today. Do we want to take any questions?
I don't have any questions. A lot of people saying why not choose elves or Coco, and just kind of
there's a lot of different variations. This was just a 5-0 deck list that looked really interesting using Karn the Great Creators. So, there are versions of Devoted Druid that play Court of Calling and Collected Company. So,
Yeah.
And in the past, those decks have been rather weak, just because they don't really have a good plan B. They just make infinite mana and they kill you, and that's all they do. But this deck having the plan B of Karn seems kind of cool, but you're still getting just straight up bashed by gunshots and lightning bolts. It's embarrassing.
Yeah, that was one of the reasons that I was interested in the deck. Is I don't think the Collected Company versions have a good backup plan because so many of your creatures are just bad hits off company. Extra Viziers, Duskwatch Recruiter is an underpowered card for Modern. You just have to have so many combo pieces in your deck in order to consistently combo off and do it quickly that the value of your companies goes way down. And they usually maybe have some knights or some kitchen fixes, like a couple big threats, but if your opponent handles those and your Devoted Druids, the rest can be left behind and managed on the battlefield. So this is a deck that had that second angle that was somewhat different than the first angle, and that whenever you can combine two things that are normally sort of orthogonal to each other, then you end up with a multifaceted, multi-dimensional or extra dimensional kind of deck, and those tend to be more powerful.
Yeah,
they're harder to attack.
Well, we are going to take a 5-minute break, and we're going to get the last decks situated against each other. I am going to be playing. I forgot.
You were playing Jund.
Jund, that's right. I'm playing a couple new cards. Ingress Rampage, a card that is really versatile. It's a good hit off a Bloodbraid Elf because it can take care of a Planeswalker, a creature, or if you're playing against Affinity or another artifact deck, make him sacrifice an artifact. I think it's an all-star. It seems so good. I also have 3 copies of Liliana's Triumph as my 2-mana spot removal spell, alongside 5 Lilianas in the main deck. I think that it's one of those cards that, even if you're playing against a matchup without creatures, just it's not Skullcrack. There's like Noggin Crack or something like that.
Sure.
Crack the Noggin. There's some card with the word Noggin in the name from, I believe it's Odyssey Block, or maybe it's
Odyssey Block is Crack
Noggin
the
Whack?
Earth.
Noggin Whack, maybe. It's like a discard effect with a flashback, I think, or something.
It's got a Kipkin on it. Hold on.
Oh no,
I was gonna say-
probably Kraken Whack Cremate or something.
Noggin Whack, Prowl, 1 in a black, target reveals 3 cards.
Okay, it's
from
not
his
it.
hand.
Never
Nope.
mind. Whatever.
That's a card, by the way.
So worst comes to worst, if you have a Liliana on the battlefield, it's 2 mana, make your opponent discard a card, and that's for a removal spell. That's quite good. And at the best case scenario, you are completely obliterating your opponent by making them sack a creature and discard a card, and that's nuts.
Yeah, definitely, and very good in a deck like Jund. I'm playing a sweet deck. I'm not going to spoil it right now. You're going to see the list come up. We're going to tweet that one out. It'll also be up on during commercial, so you can look at it. We'll talk about it when we get back, but it is nice.
Yeah. All right. Well, don't go to it. We'll be right back. A 5-minute break here for more Versus Live.